Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We in the building. Get back in shape. Gotta get back in shape here. Press the shoulders off. Lost some weight, man. I'm gotta get back in shape. What's up, family? The word, I forget the title. You forgot the word you in the title. Let me see. We're gonna take a look at it. Go take a look at it real quick. Why are we so easily fooled? Do other nations look at us as gullible? No, it's what you think. It's what you think. What up, family? What's up, family? Wait, everybody get up in here. Can y'all hear me? Check 1. Can y'all hear me? Everybody up in here. Get some of this lint up off me. I mean, check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Man, I just want to have a conversation, man. So all I want to have is a conversation. Let me see what I got here. Let me check on Taharkabey.com because we do got some slides coming up. See what's going on. Check 1 2. Can y'all hear me? How y'all feel today? I mean, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm almost there. Let me see what I got here. Did I go live yet? Okay. So yeah, I'm supposed to be live. Let me see. Yeah, it's supposed to be live. Let me see what I got. So on Morris World TV exclusive, I should be live right now. Let me see what I got. Oh, look like I see a live. Oh yeah, I see a live. Should be live right there. Yeah, I'm live. We looking good. We looking good. What's up, the original people? Yeah, we looking good. We looking good to build it, family. Family, I'm gonna get started, family. I wanna Yeah, I'm live. We looking good. We looking good. Family, I wanna ask y'all, doesn't it seem as if when we look at things like, let me set my mic, let me get a little bit comfortable with my mic because I'm gonna sit down and chill because I don't want to be too hyper tonight until I get all my energy back. And then I go super crazy. I mean, once I get all my energy back. So let me slide my mic down. Slide my mic down here, son. Until I get all my energy back. Once I get all my energy back, then I start going super crazy again. But until then, I'm gonna take it easy. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Let me see. Damn, bro, you running fast from the news truck. Your son Whatchu. That copper, but you gotta feed the family. I was running from the news truck. That sounds stupid. Anyway. Anyway. Who that? That's crazy. The funny part is, suppose I come and show you that I own the building. Then what you gonna say? Then what them broke people gonna say? Suppose I come and show you that I own the building. How about that? See, what you should do is ask me, how can you acquire abandoned buildings or unoccupied buildings or low income buildings? That's what you should do. I got the experience. I've been doing this for quite some time. See, stupid people like a Sinetta, who will ultimately be paying rent to a Jewish person for the rest of his life. He wouldn't have enough common sense to say, "Dang, Taharka, I hear that you do property management. I hear that you help people acquire properties. Brother, you think you can help me acquire one in New York? You think you can help me acquire one in Harlem? There's plenty of distressed properties in Harlem, but he's not smart enough to do that. What he would do is make a dumb video. You know what I'm saying? That's goofy. That's goofy. But let's set up the discussion with the women who were the victim of the pimps. And guess what? How about a couple sisters reached out to me? Matter of fact, let me see Let me see right now. I'm setting up the show. A few sisters reached out to me, and I'm just waiting for a response to set that up. You follow what I'm saying? Oh, we got 110 people in the building. I'm waiting for y'all to come in and get y'all thumbs up. If y'all is on Taharkabey, if y'all members on Taharkabey.com, then y'all will be able to see the slides. You know, over here, you can't see the slides over here because these guys will definitely try to flag the channel. Shout out to Queen's Throne. I really don't give a lot of shouts out, but shout out to Queen's Throne. Somebody sent me a video today where Queen's Throne said Inky is a quote unquote B-A-N-word. Can somebody say it for me? I'm a Moorish American. I don't use that type of language. He a Queen's Throne said Inky is a B-A. She said Taharkabey is beating your back. Shout out to Queen Stone. Queen Stone said Taharkabey is beating your back. And she beat on her desk, beating your back. Well, let me say to Queen Stone, Queen's Throne, you was just on the wrong side of history. And what I mean by you on the wrong side of history, because I don't be lying on people. I don't be playing people. I don't be misleading people. I just don't do that. Even when people try to make believe that somebody is breaking in houses and stealing copper. If I would do a whole presentation on the clowns that made that video and then come back and show you the receipt for the bill, then you would look crazy. You would look crazy, but I'm not a show off like that. You know what I'm saying? But just be on the right side of history. As long as you're moving on things that's right, everything is going to come out right. You follow what I'm saying? Can't not listen. This is for Queen's Throne. This is for Inky. And this is for those who subscribe to Moorish World TV. Can't nothing go wrong when you do what's right. No weapons formed against you. No people, no plotting, nothing. Nothing. Can't nothing go wrong when you're doing what's right. Nothing. The world could be against you. I mean, the world could be against you. Can't nothing go wrong when you're doing what's right. What'll happen is, on the other side, people will realize that, dang, he was right. And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been wrong yet. That I'm not wrong on issues or certain topics, but on this one, I ain't wrong. I'm not wrong. Inky, sign that I'm not wrong about any of these things. And the thing is, it's not that I'm a genius. It's that they have a track record. The track record shows who these people are. Everybody has a track record. Everybody has a track record. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're just going to be on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. Them lanes never get with me. Them fools should have got with me. Because I got the monopoly exposing the hypocrisy. I got the monopoly on exposing the hypocrisy. You know, I was going to, let me see the chat in the website page. Let me look at the chat in the web page. If the chat ain't on in the web page right now, I'll have it on next time. Let me see. Let me put the chat on in the web page real quick. Let me see. Maybe I didn't turn it back on. Let me put the chat on in the web page real quick. Moorish World TV exclusive, family. I'll be showing some slides in a minute. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Morse World TV exclusive, family. I'll be showing some slides in a minute. I'm trying to get them up here in a minute. Give me 1 second. Let me try to get them up. Yeah, there you go. I see it. There it is. I see you there, Sonny Boxing. You in there. You in there. But yeah, it's the thing is that it's just not good to be on the wrong side of history. You know, this is the reason why I won't respond to people like Suge and things like that. These people, I mean, like I'm about to go somewhere with this. Listen, have anybody been paying attention that they've been taking down people's channels on YouTube? Press 7 if y'all been paying attention. I think it was a guy, what's the guy, Crip, that they just took his channel down? Man, they just taking down people's channels over and over and over and over and over. And we are ahead of the curve. We are ahead of the curve. And all of those who have Lapeef, that's right, Crip, Lapeef. And all of those that have subscribed to Taharkabey.com, I am so grateful. That's why I am under the weather, but I'm live today. If I didn't have Taharkabey.com, I would not be live right now. I would be laying down, making sure that I'm going to get to my 100% mark. But because of those who have subscribed to Taharkabey.com, I'm here for you. I'm showing these frauds to you tonight. Yeah, I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm from Texas. You know what I'm talking about? Right. Like the boss hog from Texas say, you know what I'm talking about? Like Blue Collar Scholar say, you know what I'm talking about? That's right. Now, that's shout out to Lapeef. I'm glad his page is back up. But I'm just saying they're taking down these pages like it ain't nothing. They're taking them down like nothing. But shout out to you. All of the problems that sometimes you have logging on, you still stay there. You still stay there. And even when I had to do some mechanical work on it for a day, only 3 people unsubscribed. But they probably then came back. And they probably did it because they didn't understand what was going on. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, family. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Candy Chambers. Showing up for the cookout. That's right. Looking out for the cookout. That's right. So we're going to get into some of these Moorish scams. We're gonna pick 2 of these Moorish scams. Roy Bay. Anybody know Roy Bay? Somebody call Roy Bay. Tell him I'm on his heels today. Tell him I got his tassel wrapped around my hand today. Tell him I got his tassel like this today. I got his tassel today. Somebody call Roy Bay. I got him like this today. Somebody call Roy Bay. I'm going to teach y'all some Moorish scams today. And we're going to follow up with Inky. Because Queen's Throne said, Taharkabey is beating your back. I should have got that sample today. I'm getting that sample next time I go live. Queen's Throne. She said, and Inky is a and Taharkabey is beating his back. He is beating Inky's back. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. You know, I was riding for Inky. He don't even pick up the phone. You know, my man said, I'm telling you, I be whipping them so bad. They be making up stuff that the news van caught me going in the house stealing metal. Listen, Before I would have to steal metal, trust me, I got enough friends here on Moorish World TV that will come to my aid. I have friends on Moorish World TV that will come to my aid. Many of them come to my aid without me even asking. So, family, you would never, ever have to worry about me stealing metal. Plus, I got a job that I created. Nobody gave it to me. I created it myself. You know what I mean? Shout out to M. Nugent. Peace and love. Shout out to Crip. Sonny Boxing. Y'all ready to get this started, family? Yeah, they say I trained the dog. I trained the dog to help steal metal. These people, they should do comedy. Oh my goodness, man. Like, and that, you know what really amazed me though? What really amazed me is that I had went live with my son because I was amazed that my son could learn how to fly the drone so fast. You know what I'm saying? And I was amazed by that. So, you know what I'm saying? And I was amazed that I didn't have to climb on a roof to inspect it. You know what I'm saying? Until this day, I know that the roof need to be repaired because of the drone flight that my son took to examine the roof. But anyway, that was crazy. Your dogs look sort of gangster. Oh my goodness, man! These people crazy. I got a bully. I got a purebred bully. That was actually gifted to me. This dog is a championship breed. You know what I mean? And I have a pit bull that I got from the pound. You know, my peoples. They good people. But the one I got from the pound now, he don't got time to play with you. I think Louis is the type of one that he gonna tear the fur off somebody. So yeah, we ready to get started, family. If y'all ready, I'm ready. I thank everybody in the building, 231 in the building. Please share this. I don't know what's this void, and for your information, it's a lot of weird things coming up on the channel. But let's start off. Let me go with man. It's amazing that the website is doing good, family. Press 7 if y'all can see me on the website nice and clear. The website is looking good. And for those who are members, at 33 cents a day, you get to see the full presentation with the slides and all. And again, I appreciate y'all, because if it wasn't for the subscribers there on Taharkabey.com, I'm serious. Right now, the way I feel, I'm not 100%. I probably wouldn't be live today. I probably wouldn't be live for a whole week. And so because of you, I got to do what I do. And that's no shot at those on YouTube. But I'm telling you, family, I'm not 100% yet. You know what I'm saying? I think I got a whiff of that thing. You know that thing? You know what I mean? That cold, I think I got a whiff of that cold. I think I probably got the tail end of something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think I got the tail end of something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say it's cloudy on YouTube. Let me look at YouTube real quick. YouTube should be clear. Well, let me see real quick on YouTube. Let me see what we're looking like. Well, I'm about to show some slides up in here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start off with Roy Bay. Roy Bay. Anybody call Roy Bay up? Let me see if anybody call Roy Bay up? Anybody know Roy Bay? Press 7 if you know Roy Bay. Anybody know Roy Bay? Nobody know Roy Bay? We need some more light over here. What's going on? Let me see what this is. We need some more light. All right. YouTube is clear. I ain't gonna put no more light. I got a few more lights, but I don't want to be sweating too much. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. So family, let's get started, family. If you are not on Taharkabey.com, then you can listen in. But if you're on Taharkabey.com, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Let me hold on one second. Let me remind you too, family, coming up sometime in January, I'm going to do the countdown of the best intro skits for Morris World TV. Y'all know how I did all them intro skits? Grandmaster J. We're going to go through the year of intro skits. Grandmaster J, Inky, Michi X. Y'all feeling that? We're gonna do the countdown of all the intro skits. We should do that on the 1st. Yeah. What y'all think about that? The countdown of intro skits. All the skits. I love the skits. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Y'all ain't gotta answer me. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Inky funeral. Yeah, we're gonna do all the countdown. All right. We got what else? We got the roaches going up the wall. The roaches going off the wall with Michi X. Y'all remember that? My mom was laying in the bed like I was Grandmaster J. Yeah, we gotta get all that. Let me see what I got here. Before we get started, we're gonna have this one going up there too. Y'all can't see this. This is Nepal in her birthday suit on the website right now. We'll be showing this. Let me just stop there. We'll be showing that. If y'all seen that on the website, we'll be showing that also. She was just right there in her birthday suit. We'll be going a countdown of the Nepal pics and videos too. And we got some new additions. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for that too? I got a whole bunch of stuff coming for y'all. Hey, anybody on the website see that? Anybody see it? We're going to count down from all the pics and videos floating around the internet on Nepal. And we got some new additions now. We ain't talking about Bobby, Ricky, and Mike now. Y'all with me? Are y'all still with me? Where y'all at? Oh, y'all done went over there and seen that video I just put up about Nepal, didn't y'all? Y'all just peeped that? Huh? Press 7 if you just seen it on the website. Press 7 if you just seen it on the website. Anybody over there seen it? Y'all just seen it on the website? Yeah. All right. Been that cash. Hey, can you put it out one more time? Can you just put it out one more time? Yeah. Freaking the ball. Freaking the ball. We were. That's right. Freaking the ball, acting a plum fool. Look at I am Tisso. He said, I'm logging in. Freaking the ball, acting a plum fool over here. But I'm gonna just tell you, without a doubt of contradiction, we definitely will be doing the countdown. Please, just play it one more time. Sarnetta ain't gonna get mad at you. Sarnetta ain't gonna get mad at you. Sarnetta say it's okay to share. It's okay to share. Sarnetta say it's okay to share. Sarnetta don't mind sharing. Sharing is caring. Let me stop. But here we go. Sarnetta wanted to get slick yesterday, so he just, why is it so many Nepal pics on the internet? This is going to be the countdown show. Why is it so many Nepal pics on the internet? This will be the countdown show. Coming this January. So if you're not, listen, we got a few days away from January. So if you are not on the membership roster of Taharkabey.com, then you're going to miss that one. I advise you don't miss it. This stuff is ridiculous. I need to, you know what? I just need to unload my bag. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody ever had just a bag? Anybody do work and got a bag full of tools and you just got to unload it? I got a whole bag full of stuff. I just need to unload and move on. This is why I'm still, like I said, we're going to move on. But then I was looking at the comment section. They was like, no, Taharkabey, we need you to do this. We need you to expose. We need you to put us on point. We need you to share with us. They didn't say share. We need you to tell us who these scammers are. You follow me? Do y'all agree with that? Because I said, you know, we're going to move on, and we are going to move on to some different topics like COVID and these things of that nature. But many people say, no, we need you to do what you're doing. We need you to keep doing what you're doing. And y'all agree with that? I'm looking at the comment section. I need to make sure that we are on the same page. You know what I mean? I don't want to make sure that I'm in a battle. I mean, you know, I'm making these videos and then they becoming redundant. You know what I mean? The moment that they becoming redundant, you gotta let me know. Because I don't like redundancy. You know what I mean? I don't like redundancy at all. So give me 1 second. All right. So let me make sure. I'm gonna make sure that I can see this video that's clear while I'm showing these presentations. All right, I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. All right. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Let's get started. So, family, the first I want to talk about is this Roy Bey. I want to talk with this Roy Bey. What you need to know about this guy named Roy Bey is that when I first started watching Sinetta TV, right, I used to get home from work. I couldn't wait. You know what I mean? He gonna probably cop this, but I don't have. He probably likes this. I would care less. You know what I'm saying? I used to couldn't wait to get home from work, and I had my own business. I've had my own business for quite some time now. Just a small business. It's like a good job. Nothing fabulous. Not a whole bunch of money, but enough to take care of the family. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I used to couldn't wait to get home, right? And I'm not a TV person, so I couldn't wait to get home to see Sinetta TV. And in the beginning, Sinetta used to always upload videos. Dr. Ben, Ivan Van Sertima, and a lot of different scholars of that era. And I used to couldn't wait to watch some of these videos that'll be uploaded. And then, you know, it got into the 125th interviews or the debates on 125th or the conversations, if you will. And out of the clear blue one day, a guy pulls up with a name Bey, and his name was Roy Bey, but he never wore a fez, which I thought that was kind of odd, because for the first year that he was on Sinetta TV, I'd never seen him wear a fez. But he went by the name Roy Bey. Now, hearing him talk, I kind of surmised that he really was not in the know of Prophet Noble Drew Ali Morris Science. It seemed to me that he had got a working knowledge of Morris Science from the penal system, prison, or working knowledge of Morris Science off the streets, but never in a Morris Science Temple of America where there was elders connected to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I used to just watch. I used to always wonder where this guy came from and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, long story short, I found out over time that this guy, Roy Bey, had never been a member of any official Moorish Science Temple of America. Never. And so it explained to me that's explained to me why his Moorish science was that he articulated was so off, because he had never, ever, and many of these people on the internet, that's why I say don't confuse me with these people you see on the internet, because many of these people on the internet never have been associated with Moorish science, connected to any legitimate Moorish American. Ever. So when you listen to me and you listen to that, you'll hear a stark difference. I literally can interview elder after elder after elder after elder who have instructed me, taught me in the ways of Moorish science, as well as my dedicated study. And so you don't get duped and fooled, I'm going to bring you the raw. So on the internet, this is just a say. It's so much misinformation about Moorish science on the internet, but this is only a portion. So don't think that I'm covering this and there is no more. No, there is a bunch of garbage under the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America, or Moors or Moorish, on the internet. But this is just one portion of garbage, represented by Roy Bey. Also, in another segment tonight, it'll be represented by our Neil Bey, Richard Neil Bey, out of Carbondale, Illinois, and his wife, Kay Gullible. All right? So I want y'all to really pay attention to this so you know what you're looking for. I'm not trying to teach you this so you can be a part of the Moorish team. I'm saying this so you know what to look for, because the scammers are out. And it's COVID, people losing their job, and the scammers are turning up. They're turning up. And our people right now are seeking information, they're seeking knowledge, and Moorish is on the rise. And as Moorish, as a brand, as a name, as a concept, become more visible, everybody is going to be trying to sell the lie. But your brother right here, send me an email if you have any questions. Your brother right here ain't going to let them dupe you. All right? I'm not going to let them dupe you, because that's what they're going to try to do. Now, here we go. Let's start with Roy Bey. Roy Bey is a part of a group called Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of Norfolk America, Incorporated, number 13, the Moorish American National Republic. Do y'all hear me? The name of the movement that Prophet Noble Drew Ali founded is called the Moorish Science Temple of America. The people that Roy Bey recently attached himself to is called, pay attention, Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, Incorporated, number 13, the Moorish American National Republic. That's the whole name of the organization that Roy Bey is a member of. He recently joined it a few years ago, but before that, he was never a part of any Moorish organization. I want to say it again. The organization that the man behind me, named the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, that he founded, is called the Moorish Science Temple of America. Press 7 if y'all with me real quick. I just want to make sure y'all with me. The organization that Prophet Noble Drew Ali founded is called the Moorish Science Temple of America. Roy Bey is a part of a bootleg group. It's a bootleg group called, and if you're on the website, you can see it. It's called, let me blow it up on the website. It's called, and they use Moorish Science Temple of America to fake people out. It's called Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, Incorporated, number 13, the Moorish American National Republic. That's a whole bunch to say now. But this is how they play people, because they put Moorish Science Temple within the title of a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. And many people think that it's the same thing as Prophet Noble Drew Ali's, the Moorish Science Temple of America. But now, to be a part of that, you have to, listen, to be a part of that, the first thing you got to do, you know how the Moorish Americans say, you got to proclaim your nationality. Well, in this group that Roy Bay is a part of, they go a step further. Moors, by the way of Prophet Noble Ali, they say, with us, you must proclaim your nationality. That just means proclaiming that you are a Moorish American. That's it. That's all. It don't cost nothing. It doesn't. That's it. That's all. You become a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. You proclaim your nationality. That's it. That's all. But now these people here, they say that you got to take an 8-week course to become naturalized as a Moorish American citizen. They got an 8-week course. It's called a Warning from the Prophet course. That course costs $125. They have another course called Be It Known. Let me blow it up. If you're on the website, you can see it. They have another course called Be It Known course. That's another 8-week course for $125. They have a nationality and ID course. Can you imagine if you had to go to motor vehicle and take a course just to get an ID? Could you imagine if you had to go to the DMV, not to get a license? They got an ID course that costs $125. Can you imagine if you had to go to the motor vehicle and you say, you know, I just want to get an identification. They say, okay. It's an 8 to 10 week course and an additional $125. Can you imagine? Well, now I've only named 3 courses. They have at least 10 courses. In order for you to become a Moorish American citizen, whatever that means. They also got what is called a naturalization ceremony. And if you're uneducated on that, let me help you out a little bit. In America, whether you like it or not, you are born on the soil of the Americans, of America, and by default, you are a citizen. Many people might don't agree with this. Somebody say, how much yours costs? We don't charge nothing. What are you talking about? We don't charge nothing. What are you talking about? We don't charge nothing. I teach every day. What you talking about? Somebody say how much yours costs. I don't charge nobody nothing. What are you talking about? I teach every day. Talking about how much yours costs. Why would I tell somebody charge something? And then I'm gonna charge something anyway. You got the wrong channel. Anyway. In America, whether you like it or not, once you are born here, by default, you are a citizen. Now, many people might disagree with that, but they're only going to come with theory and philosophy. You follow me? But I can show and prove that a Mexican that came here from Mexico and had children here, their children are now citizens, even if they are not. That's the fact of the matter. That's the fact of the matter. You have people from Japan that will come here right in time to have a child, so the child can be a citizen if the child is born here. But now, what Roy Baynham does, let me get martial law out here. He want to disturb people. What Roy Baynham does, they tell people that you must be naturalized to become a citizen of America. Now, understand what naturalization is. Naturalization means that you came here from another country, and once you hear from another country, you want to become a citizen, and so you got to go through the naturalization process. Roy Baynham says that you must be naturalized to become a citizen, and all black people should come under them, pay them, so they can become citizens. Do everybody follow me? That they should pay them to do these courses so they can become citizens. And this is the reason why, now here's the rationale. This is the reason why they say, listen to this. Roy Baynham say that you are no citizen because when the slaves were released, the slaveholder never got paid for his or her property. Therefore, you are still the property of Europeans. You can't make this stuff up. Did you hear what I just said? They said that when slavery was over, the slaveholder didn't get paid. Therefore, you are not really free, and they still own you. And I'm not lying. This is the real deal Holyfield. If you ever talk to Roy Bay, ask him, and watch how foolish he sounds. You're not really free until the slave master or slave holder has got a check for you. Now listen, let me slide over here real quick and show you. Bratton Bay is the guy that Roy Bay, yeah, the government paid her very well. Bratton Bay is the leader of this madness. Now listen, I don't know how they developed this crazy teaching that they call Moorish. Don't ask me, because it's all over the place. But here it is. When you join, you're going to take the Moorish American National Republican citizenship. You're going to fill out a form. Then you're going to take the warning class. You're going to take the be it known class. You're going to take the identification class. You're going to take the rules and agreement class. You're going to take the procedures and materials. And then you're going to purchase materials. And then you're going to get a class voucher. You got to pay for all of this stuff. Just so you can be a citizen now. This Roy Bay. This Roy Bay. So you can be a citizen. You see why they ain't got no growth potential, right? Ain't nobody going for this. They the only one believe this stuff. Seriously. Here's the fun part as I move on. Now, here is the fun part. Watch this. The headquarters of this madness is right here in Baltimore. And one might say, what's Taharkabey? They right there in Baltimore where you at. Don't think that I ain't pull up. I already did quite a few times. Yeah. But that ain't something to be said here on YouTube or Taharkabey.com. They know. They know. Anyway, the headquarters is at 2530 North Calvert Street. Listen to this foolery. 2530 North Calvert Street. If you're on the website, you'll be able to see this because I'm about to blow this up real quick. 2530 North Calvert Street. And as you can see, the business name is the Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, Incorporated, number 13. The business, as of this date, it wasn't in good standing, but who cares? That's not the point. The point that I'm about to make is right here. You know how long they've been around? Let's see if somebody can see it on the internet. They have been around since 1975. You hear me? What up, B-Ville? September 25th, 1975. Why did I say that? They've been frauding since September the 25th, 1975. But that ain't the bad part. You know the bad part about it is that they don't own one piece of property, nor have they built one thing after swindling people for over 30 years. They don't even own the building that they've been in since 1975. Did y'all hear what I say? They don't even own the building that they've been in since 1975. Y'all hear what I say? Let's for a second, let me stop the screen share online real quick. Let's hypothetically throw some numbers together. Let's say, pull up a calculator real quick. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that they paid $500 a month. All right? Times 12. $6,000 a year. All right? Hypothetically speaking, they've been there since 1975. How many years is that? Let's go. 1975 minus 2020. We're going into 22. 47 years. Let's do 47 times 6,000. At just $600 a month, or $500 a month, whatever I said, it's over $250,000 that they paid somebody else. They don't even own the building that they've been working out of since 1975. But they're going to teach you about nationality and liberation from a Moorish perspective. You hear what I say? They're going to teach you that you're not black. They're going to teach you that you're not a Negro. They're going to tell you that if you do not become a Moorish American under them, then you're a slave. That's what they're going to tell you. That's why I don't deal with this. You ever hear somebody say, man, the Moorish people don't mess with Taharkabey? No, the fraud Moorish people don't mess with Taharkabey. Because Taharkabey don't mess with them frauds. I call them out. I call them out. You ever heard somebody say, don't none of the Moorish brothers mess with Taharkabey? They better not. Cause I don't subscribe to that corny stuff. I subscribe to you get it from the mud. You build schools, you build grocery stores, you do what you got to do to get it right. These people been scamming since 1975 and don't even own the building that they scamming from. Real talk. Now hold up. Now let me show you something. This is the crazy thing about it, right? This is the crazy thing about it. Let me show you what his leader, if you're on the website, let me show you his leader. I got an article from 1978 with Roy Bay's leader. Listen to this. Watch this. Court rules being black is not grounds for not paying taxes. Watch this. Roy Bay now, rejecting a novel protest, the U.S. tax court has ruled in the case of a Baltimore man that being black is no reason for not paying federal income tax. That kind of bars. Being black is not a reason to be exempt from income tax. Bars. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. Aboriginal man. But listen to this. This is Roy Bay, current leader in 1975. In fact, hold up, is it 75? Hold up, let me get it right. 1978. This is Roy Bay, current leader in court. Listen to this. This is what I'm saying. You can say anything you want about Taharkabey. You can't put none of this, you can't put me into none of this underneath consciousness. Listen what he said. Sheikh Joel Bratton Bay, a city housing inspector in Baltimore, argued that a Negro is not a member of the political community formed and brought into existence by the Constitution of the United States, and therefore is not liable to file or pay any taxes. Judge Howard A. Dawson not only dismissed that argument, but found that Mr. Bratton Bay's action were linked to his affiliation with the Moorish Science Temple. See how they dirtied the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America back then? A sect that encourages members to avoid federal income tax. That's a flat out lie. But, because they've been running these scams, then that's the perception that the public have of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And that's why I say no. Don't mix me with them foolish, crazy people. This is in 1978, but it goes on the same way today. But let me finish. The judge noted in an opinion made public recently that members of the sect used the device of claiming excessive exemptions to avoid paying taxes. While the number 13 apparently has special meaning in the sect, the use of the 13 exemptions as claimed by Mr. Bratton Bay was simply meant to avoid paying taxes, the judge ruled. The decision being Mr. Bratton Bay will have to pay overdue taxes of $8,689 for 1975 through 1978, plus a 50% penalty for fraud, or $4,345. Follow me? For fraud. They call him fraud they call him fraud 1978. Hold up. He contended that as a black person, he has never been released from the state of human property. This Roy Bay now, people now. This Roy Bay teacher. This Roy Bay leader in 1978. He's an old man now. He still teach this weirdness. He added that since his so-called name, listen to this. Let me slow it down so you can hear it real good. He added that since his so-called name, Joel Bratton Bay, is a European name, that makes Master Bratton responsible for any taxes owed to this said government. You hear what I say? Roy Bay teachers say that because his name is Joe, and it got Joe Bratton Bay, is a European name, then Master Bratton is responsible for any taxes owed to the said government. In other words, what Bratton Bay saying is that the European still owes him. Therefore, any bill that he incurs, the slave master, the slaveholder must foot the bill because he is the property of the slaveholder. This is the rationale. Roy Bay said, we don't owe you nothing. I'm still a slave. My owner owe you. I can't make this stuff up, family. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. They could have came better than that. You know, they could have came with, like, you know what I'm saying? They could have came and said, you know what? Free the land. This is our ancestors' land. I'm not paying taxes on my ancestors' land. They could have came up with anything better than this. I'm still a slave. They owe you. Come on, they couldn't come up with nothing better than that. And these fools went to court, told the judge, listen, Mr. Bratton owns me. Let him pay these taxes. No, hey, and in fact, this has nothing to do with Taj Tariq Bey. Taj Tariq, he takes a page out of this, but Taj Tariq was just getting started around this time. This is one of the original scams under Moorish. One of the original scams under Moorish. It says the court record showed that Bratton Bay regularly filed proper tax returns, claiming 3 exemptions for at least 10 years before 1975. When he joined Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, Incorporated, number 13, less than a month after joining the temple, he began claiming 13 exemptions, the records show. And that's what happens. People think that joining these Moorish groups is a get out of jail free card, save on taxes, don't pay taxes, squat in houses, take people houses, drive without a license, and that's the benefit for them to join. And this is Bratton Bay right here, if you can see. Let me blow this up real quick. If you can see the screen right here, they makeshift a certificate of registration to try to convince people that if you got this certificate of registration, that you are a citizen of the United States. Now, this is what happens though. If you're on the screen, you're able to see it if you're on a website. But this is what happens though. Most people that get this certificate of registration, after they pay all of this money, they take this certificate of registration and they go to the DMV. They pull up to the DMV and they say, hey, I'm a citizen. I would like to get my name on my license. And the DMV look at that stuff and be like, no. They're like, what? I'm a citizen. I'm a Moorish American. I proclaim my nationality. Please leave. They run them out of the building. And because they invested so much time, remember, these courses were 6 to 8 weeks. Because they invested so much time and so much money, they begin to fight the authorities verbally, very, very seldom physically, but verbally, arguing with the authorities that they are citizens and that their rights are being violated because they came up with a paper that Bratton Bay printed off his fax machine or off of his printer, and then the DMV don't accept it as legitimate. And Roy Bay is the fisherman for this type of nonsense. And guess where Roy Bay come through to fish people? Sinetta TV. Y'all see how it all goes back to Sinetta TV? Sinetta TV. Roy Bay, Sinetta TV. There you go. Sinetta, Roy Bay, Sinetta. Again, as I said before, Sinetta is always at the intersection of a scam. Always. If you want to know a scam in the conscious community, all you have to do is start with Sinetta. That's all you got to do. So all you got to do is start with Sinetta. Now the question is, real talk, family. Why are we, as a group of people, seem to be so gullible? Now I just explained that to you. Now, Roy Bay would try to explain something in such a way that is very persuasive, but he can't get out of anything that I just said. But somebody will fall for it. What happened to us that we do not do the proper checks and balances? That somebody can say anything to us. And as long as it sounds good, we're ready to go into our purse. We're ready to go into our pocket. We're ready to go into our bank account. We're ready to just go all in. We're ready to go all in. And this is the purpose of Moorish World TV. Grandmaster Jay had inspired thousands of people to line up with automatic weapons. Something that is still impressive till today. But it was all a fraud. It was all a sham. What makes us so gullible? What makes us, at this point, the conscious community is nothing but entertainment. Why are we so desperate to be entertained? You look at people like Suge, you look at people like Sinatra, they're nothing but entertainers. And we're desperate to be entertained. We're desperate to be fooled, we're desperate to be entertained. Sometimes I wonder, how do the outside world view us? How do people in the Philippines view us? How do people in the Congo view us? Nigeria. How do people in China view us? How do people view us? Because I know me sitting on the sideline watching, man, we look like suckers. We look like clowns. We look like suckers. We look like we just go for anything. Like, if you look at the rapper, he got stacks of money on his shoulder, looking goofy, carrying around bundles of money, flashing money, looking like a Sambo. Wads of money in your hand. We look crazy. We just look crazy. And then when you look at the community that's supposed to be enlightening and supposed to be awakening people, they just as bad. They just as bad. You know, somebody sent me the video about Sinetta yesterday. He's sitting up there with a Corona, acting as if he's telling some sort of truth. Somebody said they see the lens of the European because that's what's been painted. But we're painting our own picture too, King Moab. We're painting our own picture for the world to see. We also painting our own picture for the world to see. Look at these people that could be respected as real men. But all we see is these supposedly conscious people swindling and scamming. Look at all these rappers with all of this money. How many rappers put together for a school? Rick Ross put together to get a Wingstop. How many people started with one central location to organize people? One central location, one building, one spot to organize people, to register people, to organize, to do something. How many? The first thing we say is, we don't need no leader. But every other group of people move under the leadership of someone who is qualified to lead. And if they find out that the person is incompetent and not qualified to lead, then they just move him out the way or move her out the way, and they try to put somebody else in the lead. But not us. Not us. Let me go to this next slide real quick. The next Moorish slide real quick. These people have the audacity. These people have the audacity to call themselves Moorish Americans. This guy that I'm showing right now, Richard Nail Bey. I mean, just before we need a leader, we need unity. You can't get unity without a leader. You cannot get unity out of a leader. People flock around an ideal. The leader produces the ideal. The people join in for the ideal, not for the personality. They join for the ideal. So when a leader appears and have an ideal that people can join and unite around, that's how unity comes. Unity just don't come. Unity have to come from an ideal. You know what I mean? And without an ideal, there will be no unity. So the ideal is this. In fact, before I get on Richard Nail Bay, because I like Keish Walsh. She said we need before a leader, we need unity. That's not so. An ideal is this. Let me show you an ideal. And I'm going to show you at the end of the show too. An ideal is whether you believe in COVID-19 or not, right? I believe that it's an attack on humanity. You feel me? I believe COVID-19 is an attack on humanity. By whom, from where, neither here nor there at this point. But I believe it's an attack on humanity. Now, how do you combat an attack on humanity? Here we go. The way that you combat an attack on humanity, like-minded people must come together first to see a resolution that is workable to offset the attack. That resolution is the ideal. Once that ideal is presented to people, then people unite around that ideal, i.e., resolution. Now, hear what I got to say. In a short period of time, they are going to demand, and they're trying their best right now to demand that everybody get the thing and the bang in the arm. Somebody said, but unity should come before leadership. It doesn't work like that. Unity don't come before leadership. It never worked like that. That doesn't even make sense. That's backwards. It's always an ideal that people unite around. And the ideal is presented to the people by the leader or one who is ready to organize people so they can pick a leader from amongst themselves. It doesn't work like that. That's only in TV. In reality, the ideal must be there first for people to unite around. You know what I'm saying? Unity never come before that. It's always an ideal. Everything else is fantasy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, as my example goes, in a short period of time, they're going to make it so hard for you that you may not be able to go to the grocery store. You may not be able to go what do you like to do? To the mall. You may not be able to go into some of the favorite places that you like to go in. Now, those who know how to grow food, those who have gardens, those who have farms, they can unite around the ideal. They can unite around the ideal. And they can also plan to expand their ideal. Those people become the leader. Because there's going to be a group of people that are not going to bend or be flexible about that thing. And that ideal will bring people together. The ideal is always first. Unity just don't come because people say we need unity. If that was the case, it would have been happened. An ideal must be presented first. And that ideal must be presented by someone. A human being must present the ideal so people can unite around. Unity just don't happen out of thin blue air. That's waiting for Jesus to come. But when you got like-minded people, they begin to unite around an ideal. And so, when you won't be able to go into the grocery store unless you got that thing, those are the people that you unite with if you got that thing. If you ain't got that thing, you'll unite with the people who don't got the thing. And then from that, change will start happening. That's just a small example of how an ideal brings forth unity. Unity just don't happen. But when it get rough, I'm telling you, when it gets rough and they tell you that you're going to take this shot or you're going to lose your job, you'll see what unity is. You'll see what unity is. You're either going to take it or you're going to unite with people with the same ideal as yours. That's how unity works. It got to be an ideal that presents itself. And that ideal will present itself to a human being. It's no mystery God that's going to present no ideal for people to come together. So as times get tough, right? You better learn how to grow some food. You better learn how to grow some food. You better learn how to filter your water. But if y'all waiting for a mystery unity to come, you're going to be waiting and you're going to be turning to bones. A mystery unity ain't going to come. You're going to hear, when you hear like in the Bible and they say the trumpet is blown, you're going to hear the truth and then the truth will ignite you. You're going to hear something. Stop believing in a spook. You're going to hear something and you'll be like, that's it right there. That's it right there. You just ain't going to unite just because we look the same, just because we talk the same. That is foolishness. That is foolishness. Unity ain't never happened like that. Unity has always happened because someone came blowing the trumpet, metaphorically. Unity only came when someone came and said, let's move like this. Unity only came when someone said that is a fraud. Let's go this way. Unity only came whenever there was a war, whenever there was fight, whenever there was civil unrest. That came when one came and stood forth and said, yeah, we ain't moving no more. My thing is this. Somebody say, what happens when taking the shot was the best solution and everybody else was being conspiracy theory? I don't tell anybody don't take any shot. I would never take any shot. I don't tell anybody don't take the shot. Do whatever you feel is good for you, but I would never take something like that. Never. Never. I would never take something like that. Never. I would never put something, I would never, because of where I'm at today, I do my best not to put anything that doesn't belong in my body into my body. In other words, I mean, some things you can't avoid, I would imagine, you know, but I would never ever introduce any foreign substance into my body. And I'm sorry to hear about your father, Marco Maxwell. Um, the COVID is real now. COVID is real. But I don't think the shot is going to save anybody from it. I don't think the shot going to save anybody from it. I don't believe the shot is going to save anybody. Um, I believe that humanity have survived millions and millions of years without human beings stepping in with synthetic forms of rescue. Everything that has prolonged the existence of man came from nature. Everything that has sustained man came from nature. Therefore, there would be no need to make a synthetic form of anything and try to save humanity. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna get back to Neil Bay. At the end of the day, there was a story recent about the Amish people, and I'll talk about that on my next show. We'll have a COVID conversation on the next show. The Amish people in Pennsylvania. I want y'all to listen to me. Do you know that the Amish people recently, it's been reported that they achieved herd immunity? Press 7 if you know what that means. The Amish people in Pennsylvania achieved herd immunity. Anybody know what that is? I'm looking at the comment section. Anybody know what that is? They never took a shot. They just achieved herd immunity. The Amish community in Pennsylvania. It was just reported. Herd immunity means that people acquired it, they overcame, some people passed, many just overcame it like it was a common cold. Now they're immune to it. What now? If the Amish community achieved herd immunity in Pennsylvania, wouldn't that be the way to go anywhere else? I'm just saying. We're going to talk about that on another show. Let me get back to these people over here. Neil Bay. These guys thought it was a great idea to sell weed in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. If you can see the show on the screen, I got him on the screen. He thought it'd be a great idea to sell weed in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the temple. And so somebody said, what's going on here tonight? Rashida, Rashida Tari, we're talking about why are we so gullible? But listen, not only is this guy thinking that it's okay, you gotta be on Taharkabey.com to really see what's going on. Not only does this guy think it's okay, Asar, text me, brother. Text me. I missed the call. I've been doing too well, brother. I was under the weather. I might have had COVID, but I knocked the brains out of COVID. Nah, I'm playing. But Arnil Bey thought it was a great idea to sell weed out of the temple in the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? Under the name of hemp, something, something, something. But now his wife, she's like the madam. Now, his wife was fake. Kay Glover ill is the personality. Let me read this thing. She fake like she gonna give somebody $100,000 in business credit. Now, the funny thing about it is, she gonna give somebody $100,000 in business credit, but they ain't got $100,000 themselves. How do I know? Because I've been around them before. They don't got no business themselves. Most people on the internet that claim that they got businesses, they just type that stuff in. They type that stuff in their profile. Look at this contract that his wife tried to put on the table with a brother. And the brother reached out to me. This is how I get the contract. A brother reached out to me and was like, man, can you get my money back? I said, let me see the contract. And on the contract, it says, this contract was entered on the 19th day of May, 2016. This is when I got the money back. Between Crystal Glover L and Kendra Medley, I, Crystal Glover L, will provide Kendra Medley with business funding in the amount of $100,000 in credit. Coaching on how to utilize business funding. This Moorish scammer, Crystal Glover L, she says she's going to coach him on how to use business funding. What you mean you going to coach me how to use business funding? Can't make this stuff up. This is the contract. She said, ready to use business funding within 45 days. Y'all hear this contract, man? How many people on the website see this? Let me blow this up, man. Hold on. This is the contract. She's going to provide Mr. Medley with business funding in the amount of $100,000 in business credit. Then she's going to coach him how to utilize the funding. The funding going to be ready to be used in 45 days. And then she's going to give protection of sensitive information, phone numbers, emails, EINs, DUNS numbers, etc. Now, I don't know what none of that means. Hey, Cryptonomics, this is the guy say, his name is Taharkabey, Toronto Johnson. They say Toronto Johnson, that's his wife. Listen what she says she's going to provide now. Protection of sensitive information, phone numbers, emails, EIN, DUNS numbers, etc. Now listen to what she says now. This is the scam. A donation, here we go. A donation from Kendra Medley to Crystal Glover L in the amount of $3,000 Federal Reserve notes. Payment plans as follows. Postal money order and overnight mail payment to K. Glover L. in care of MST of A. In care of MST of A, P.O. Box 301, Carbondale, and the amount of $3,000. And as you said, the keyword, donation. And these fools, this is how cruddy these people are. This is, somebody say, this is how you establish business credit, though. That ain't how you establish business credit. Not like this. No, 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 no. That's not how you establish business credit, brother. Not like this. There's a way to establish business credit, but not like this. This is not how you do it. Not like this. Let me ask you a question. Somebody said this is how you establish business credit. Where is Gullible going to give him $100,000 in business credit from? You talking about establishing business credit? She says she's going to give him business funding in the amount of $100,000 credit. This is a scam. I like what Jamal Robinson said. It never existed. How is she going to give him business funding in the amount of $100,000 credit? Where does this credit come from? This woman ain't got no credit to give to nobody. This is a scam. Tarka, it's a scam. It's a scam. This is a scam. This is why the brother came to me and said, I need to get my money back. This is why he came to me and said, I need to get my money back. And this is what she's supposed to do. She's going to also create him an email address for your funding line. She also going to get him an EIN number. She's going to get him a DUNS number. She's going to create a Google phone number for a Gmail account. Taharka, you going for this one? Taharka, you going for this one? You going to pay $3,000 for this? She's going to get a phone number published with 411. She's going to create a website. She's going to purchase the domain for the website. And she's going to create articles of incorporation. And it's going to be a donation from Kendra Medley to Crystal Gullible in the amount of 400 reserve notes. Taharka, we're not saying that you don't know what you're talking about, but in this topic of we're talking about this sister, you don't know what you're talking about. Not with this sister here. You don't know what you're talking about right here. Not with this. You got to read the contract. You must not do good in business, Taharka. Listen, read the contract. You must not do good in business, Taharka, because you ain't reading this contract. Read the contract before you get defensive. Read the contract. This contract, well, let me tell you, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, she was unable to give that man $100,000. And I got his $3,000 back. How about that? How about that? So I'm telling you that I got the guy money back. I got his $3,000 back. I forced them to wire the money to me. And I sent the money back to the guy. Because it was a scam. So you may know something familiar to this, but not this. You understand what I'm saying? You may know something familiar to business credit, but you don't know this. This was a scam. And I end up getting the guy money back. And these are the people under some Moorish nonsense did it. K, Glover, L, and her husband. You follow me? So of course, again, you may know something, but you don't know about this here. You may know something, but you don't know about this here. Now look, watch this. If you're able to check this out, check out her husband. This is when they were selling the weed, right? This is her husband right there, balling out. Watch it. Anybody on this website, watch her husband. They don't want y'all to see this video. Look at him. Look at him. Who in the car with? Look who at him. Hey, Crip, who in the car with?
Out here. We out here.
Look at him. His wife at home. Look at him. Look who in the car with him. Hey, Crip, who in the car with him, Crip? Hey, Crip, look at him, Crip. Watch this. Watch this. Till it make the nigga pass out. Internet plug and they gon' do shit but make me pass out. I can get your gang gone and me pass out.
I ain't doing the miss of all of them.
These people crazy.
Truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
High as a kite. Come on, man. And these people claim to be Moorish what?
Even the Europeans are yelling. The Europeans are happy. Why not you? I'm out here working. It's love. Nothing but love. Now why you can't love?
This man out in the middle of the night getting high with Europeans talking about the Europeans helping me.
Lighter, Jamal. She trying to smoke her cigarette, get her a lighter. You hear music in the back, and we still demonstrate.
They out there getting high as a kite in the middle of the night. Talk about he a grand sheik.
Truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Y'all want this work? It's real. Y'all ready? All right, that's fine. We still working. Oh, she's not ready yet. Go down there. I'm in the trenches.
She's sitting up there talking about we don't have no lighter. We ain't having no lighter. He said he in the trenches. How can these people scam anybody? This what the people see when they talk about Moorish American? People say cannabis is a part of Moorish culture. Richard Coleman, you just be a pothead. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to smoke weed, do that. But we know those who that of the clearest mind state are normally the most proficient in society. I mean, listen, If people want to smoke weed, but don't justify it. Don't justify it and make it a Moorish thing. It's not a Moorish thing. Let me break this down to you. If you are in your clearest state of mind, the same endorphins, if I'm saying it right, that weed brings out to give you that feeling of tranquility, you're able to bring that out yourself to have that feeling of euphoria. You would need something outside of yourself to bring out something inside of yourself. You'll be able to trigger it yourself. Many people like to cloud their mind because they don't want to deal with the things that they got going on in their daily lives. But if you could get the same feeling without the cloudy mind, ain't nobody looking at me right now on this show wouldn't tell me that they wouldn't go for that. See, most of us don't believe in the power of the mind. Most of us don't got confidence that our mind is so powerful that we don't have to put something in ourselves to bring something out of ourselves. We so lost and confused, been so manipulated that now we think that putting something in is going to bring something out. When in fact, everything that we need is within. Everything that we need is within. We are divine beings. But we don't believe that no more. We believe I'm just talking now. We are divine beings. And divine beings, whatever feeling that we want to have, we can tap into and bring it out. It's all in a state of mind. Heaven is a state of mind. Euphoria is a state of mind. If you can bring it out with a thought, you would. But you're unable to bring it out with a thought. So you need some substance to try to bring it out. But that's just an illusion. That's only going to last a minute. You're going to have to keep on rolling up to do that. You're going to have to keep on smoking up to do that. You're going to have to keep on going over and over and over and over to get where you're trying to go. Whether God man or the God woman, they'll be able to go into that state and bring out that peace, bring out that euphoria that you're struggling to bring out of a blunt, that you're struggling to bring out a Black and Mild. You're struggling to bring it out. That's why they be smoking one after another all day long. Guess why? Because the effects that it once had is now few and in between. It's now few and in between. And so they go from 1 to 10 blunts a day. Shout out to all my blunt smokers out there. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to get you is back and get you to your regular state of mind. Stop justifying clouding your mind. The more that your mind is clouded, the more easier it is for you to be taken advantage of. No matter how much you think that you are sharp, it's that much easier for you to get taken advantage of. And now it's become a culture for our young people to be smoking weed, to be overindulging in weed. It's going to be a struggle to put up a fight against the oppression that we are now dealing with. The oppression that we deal with now is mental. It's a mental oppression that's going on now. And everybody ain't in a bright mental state. Many are not in their right mental state of mind. So when we start talking about, oh, we need unity, you know what? We need people to unify around an ideal. And that's going to take people being able to think. That's going to be able to take people to sacrifice the lesser for the greater. You have to sacrifice the lesser for the greater. I mean, come on. How the world, this is what blows me away. Whenever you look at nations of people, rolling up as I listen to the brother. Peace. Wild world of ratchetness. Listen, let's be real. There's always going to be those who smoke weed in our community. I'm not browbeating those who smoke weed. By a long shot, I am not. Or indulge in other extracurricular activities. What I'm saying is, don't teach your children that that is okay. Because there's going to come a time when we're going to need those bright-minded people to lead the charge to get us up out of this situation. Maybe you like this situation. Maybe you like to go into a grocery store where foods are full of pesticides, where you don't know what's been put on the food from the time that they were put in the ground. Maybe you like that. But maybe we can also produce a generation that say that we want to get our food from seed to shelf. In other words, from the time that the seed is put in the ground to the time it was put on the shelf, we know what is in it. Maybe you want to produce a mind like that. And for a mind like that to be produced, we have to put aside the nonsense that we keep justifying. So maybe you like to pay somebody for a diaper. But just so happen, you might be able to produce a child that is ready to produce diapers from the cotton or from the polyester all the way till it's on the behind of little children that look like you. Maybe you might enjoy going buy your water from the grocery store. But maybe you might can produce a child that is able to dig a well and bring its own water out for his people. Look at this. Turmeric does more harm to the body than marijuana. Who's running around smoking turmeric? Nobody's running around smoking turmeric, McCoy. In fact, many people in our community don't even use turmeric. That's goofy. Only herbologists and people that use herbs for certain things understand what turmeric is. Let me tell you, I use turmeric, but I know what turmeric is used for. That's right, Cryptonomics. That's my bro right there. Turmeric reduces inflammation. So you use turmeric for what it's designed for from nature. Thank you, Crip. Thank you, Crip. When I had a sore in my hip and it felt like an arthritic type of feel, I took some turmeric. See that? I took some turmeric. But I'm not running around taking turmeric every day. Nobody running around taking turmeric every day. People say the goofiest stuff. Yeah, turmeric does work. Turmeric does. Nobody, come on, man. We use stuff for what it's designed for and what our ancestors have proven that it would do for in nature. But don't nobody run around. I'm gonna pop a turmeric. I'm gonna pop a turmeric. I'm gonna pop a turmeric. Come on, man. We need to wake up, man. We need to wake up, man. We need to do better. We need to do better, man. Stop making excuses. If you want to smoke weed, but don't teach your children that it's okay. That's the point that I'm making. Produce a better you. Produce a better you. That's what you're supposed to do in this world. Produce a better you. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Produce a better you. If you want to smoke weed, if you want to drink, if you want to be a womanizer, if you want to be a hottie, then go ahead and be that. But treat your children to be, raise your children to be a better you. Don't justify goofy stuff. Richard Coleman said, teach your children to grow cannabis. Why not teach your children to build a jetliner? That's the best. That's all that we worth. Why not teach your children to be the next best computer scientist? Why not teach your children to build the greatest computer chip that man has ever seen? The best thing that you can come up with is teach your children to grow marijuana, to grow cannabis. That is the goal. That's the highest height that you can think of. That's it. That's it. You can't teach them jet propulsion. That's it? To grow cannabis? You sound like a fool. You sound like a fool. What about jet propulsion? What about anti-gravity? You sound like a fool. You don't even produce toilet paper to wipe your butt, and you're going to talk about teach your children to grow cannabis. You sound like a fool, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. While the world probably look at us as gullible fools, you can't even produce toilet paper to wipe your butt. You can't even make a toilet to flush the doo-doo. You don't even know how to manufacture porcelain to create a toilet to flush your own doo-doo, and got the audacity to say teach your child to grow cannabis. Unbelievable to me, the audacity of our people. You can't even flush your own feces without somebody making a toilet for you. Unbelievable to me, our people. That's the best thing that we can do. Unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. You can't take apart a Tesla and rebuild the Tesla. Somebody say we invented the toilet. I'm not saying who invented anything. I'm talking about what have we done lately. Stop talking about what we did yesterday. Tell me what we did today. Nobody want to hear what you did yesterday no more. What have you done in the last 50 years? Nobody want to hear about you invented a toilet. Show me who made a toilet in the last 50 years with your name on it. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. That just don't make sense. That somebody will have the nerve to say the wisest thing that you can do is teach your children to grow cannabis. Somebody say, who rebuilt Tesla? The point that I'm making, Marquise, is that we invented the traffic light. Show me a manufacturing company where we're flushing out traffic lights one by one right now off the assembly line. You said we invented the toilet. Show me the warehouse where toilets are flying off the assembly line that you made. And when I talk about rebuild Tesla, I'm talking about reverse engineering, buying a Tesla, taking a Tesla apart, and children learning how to build an electric automobile that can drive itself. I'm talking about reverse engineering. You too slow to keep up, brother. We're talking about inspiring children beyond growing weed. We're talking about other necessities needed in the community. That's what we're talking about. What I'm saying is that we need to inspire children to do great things, is my point. We need to inspire children to do great things. And if everybody's talking about grow weed, grow weed, grow weed, grow cannabis, grow cannabis, grow cannabis, that's going to be the same thing that everybody's going to be a rap star, everybody's going to be a basketball star, everybody's going to be a football star, and everybody's going to be a cannabis dealer. And we'll see ourselves in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the same cycle of no growth as a community, no growth as a nation, and other nations like the Hispanic community coming across the border will be taking over your communities. They will be building houses in your communities. They're going to be pushing you out of your communities, and they're going to be living the high life in the houses that your grandmother once had, that your cousins once played in the yard in, and they'll be putting stores with their foods and their staples from their country and your neighborhood, and you be still chasing a dream that will never be a reality. Keish said, which goes back to unity. Keish, what I'm speaking of is an ideal. The ideal is always first. I'm speaking of an ideal, Keish. The ideal is, listen to the ideal. The ideal is raise the bar, and now we unite around the ideal of raising the bar. Raise the bar. Instead of talking about weed, the ideal is to raise the bar. Let's talk about jet propulsion. We can unite around that. Let's talk about reverse engineering of a Tesla. We can unite around that ideal. Let's talk about producing our own toilet paper. Let's talk about our own food from the seed to the shelf. Those are ideals that we can unite around and we can work around and we can work towards. Those are ideals that unity can be born out of. Unity is not born out of space. Unity is born out of ideals. Anybody that think unity just happens is insane. Unity is born out of ideals. T. Sessionell, he got in there coding and construction trades. Coding is an ideal, and you can bring a class in unified from that out of the ideal. There's always an ideal that is unified around. Stop thinking unity is going to happen. Listen, you know what this is? This is the psychological effect. This is the psychological effect of Jesus is coming to save us. When we start making ambiguous comments like, we need unity, we need unity, we need unity. Unity don't just happen. Unity is a concentrated effort centered around an ideal that people can unify around. It is what it is. Unity, I can't say this enough. Unity just doesn't happen. Most of the time, people unite out of frustration of being oppressed. And so the ideal is, I don't want to be oppressed no more. Me neither. Me neither. I don't either. I don't either. Okay, let's come together and fight oppression. It's always an ideal first. And that ideal is always presented by a human being. It doesn't happen out of thin air. It just doesn't happen out of thin air. And so when the person with the ideal appears and people are ready to navigate towards the ideal and work within the construct of the ideal, unity will happen. But everybody is not going to unify the way that we think. Everybody is not going to move in one direction, but you don't need 100 out of 100 for success. Some of the smallest towns, some of the smallest countries are successful with less than 10,000 people. Some of the smallest countries, some of the smallest island countries are successful, and it depends on what you consider to be success. Maybe you think success is having a rack of money on your shoulder. To some people, success is healthy food, clean air, security. And everywhere that you find these thriving small countries, there's always a leader. Always. There is no willy-nilly going ham sideways. There's a compassionate leader who was born out of them. It doesn't take 1 million people. All it takes is a few like-minded people who just tired and frustrated. So I do these shows so we can get there. I like what Taharkabey just said. Demons are unified around stupidness. Absolutely. Sincere people just need to get together and create. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let me get to this last but not least. Why are we so easily fooled? I wonder. Why are we so easily fooled? You know what I mean? Why do we believe that? Why do we believe that if somebody show us a picture, give me 1 second. Why do we believe that if someone show us a picture like Inky, if someone show us a picture of them in front of a leased Rolls Royce, why do we think that they are success? As opposed to a person with calluses on their hands, working hands that don't use no gloves. And when you look at Inky, he barely have a place to stay. He barely has a place to stay. But he is scammed enough to invest in a prop like a movie. Him and Polite. They invest in props, whether it's Gucci, whether it's Louis, whether it's Fendi. Those are all props. Those are all props. They don't own none of this stuff. None of it. But people will look at that. People will look at that and think that that's the epitome of success. Unbelievable to me that people would do this. And people will act as if that if you're not in these type of fashionable clothes or these type of overpriced automobiles, that you done missed the mark somewhere. But as we read last night, he barely has a place to lay his head. Inky running his mouth. He barely has a place to lay his head. Let me show this real quick. Let me put up the picture where he said, Taharkabey has posted pictures of my house. He has posted pictures online into my children's bedroom windows. WTF, kind of something, something, something. And here's the picture that he posted. Just to bring some form of publicity to himself. Look at this. The length that people will go for attention. Every time you look at him, Inky, or any of his business filings, there is no address where he lives. This guy's a Rolling Stone. Wherever he lays his hat is his home. On this, it says 1165 Virginia Park Street. We know he don't live there. On the one with the 40-day fast, 12 Railroad Avenue, that's the post office. These people hardly have a place to lay their head. Yet, they got people believing that they are successful. It's crazy. Let me see what the handsome said. He said, it's crazy. It's crazy. So from the beginning to the end, sometimes I wonder, man, how do the world see us? How do people see us? Do y'all ever think about that? How do the world see us? Anybody ever think about that? Do we even care though? Do we even care? How can this guy, Richard Neal Bay, sell you anything on Moorish? How can Inky sell you anything on health? How can Sinetta sell you anything on consciousness in this day and time? I could see before, but how can they sell you anything on consciousness in this day and time? Come on, man. I think we're going to do better, though. I think we're going to do better. I think when those hear the call and they answer, we're going to do better. We're going to do better. I mean, the good thing about me is that I roll with a group. And we striving to get this community rolling, strive to grow our own food, strive for our own school. We don't plaster it all on the internet. Just work behind the scenes. And we just accept and support all of those who help out, you know. And this is a real tough fight, because there's gonna come a time, man, where this European, he's gonna let you down. He's gonna let you down. And that time is really, really soon. He's going to let you down. So while everybody living in theory, we need to come together. While everybody living in theory, we need to do this, we need to do that. What you need to be doing is finding like-minded people, uniting yourself with them, and finding a plan so when it goes down, you know how to move. That's what you need to be doing. When I say the European, I'm talking about the system of white supremacy. I'm talking about the system that is systematically on the ground to continue to oppress our people. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking Europeans as all Europeans, those who have European descent is a part of it. I'm speaking of the oppressive system that targets us and do everything possible to keep the waters muddied. Sinetta keeps the waters muddy. So if somebody wanted to be enlightened, they will go there and they will feel like they're getting some truth, but they're going to get a whole bunch of distractions. So the oppressive European system got consciousness locked down via the gatekeeper Sinetta. And hip hop, they got that locked down through the gatekeeper of materialism. And by the way of young people never had nothing, not used to nothing. And when you give them something, they just flash it and they will sell you out for a little bit more hollow, iced out chains to put around their neck. So they got it locked down over there. When you turn on the TV, you got the love and hip hop type shows where the sister's going to pop it and drop it, shake it, keep that distraction going. You go into the school, they got them waters muddied. You go into the grocery store, you don't know what's in your food, they got that muddied. So when we're talking about it, when I say the European, I'm talking about the oppressive system that surround us. It has us surrounded. Whether you like it or not, it has us surrounded. And the worst thing about it all is that people that look like me and you play a role in keeping us confined in this surrounded space. And these scammers in our community play a concrete role. They play a role to keep the waters muddied. As long as the waters stay muddied, you can't ignite the truth in somebody. The light of truth is want to be sparked, but as long as the waters are muddied, when I'm talking about the thoughts, the energy that's put out, as long as truth and falsehood is constantly intermingled, it slows the awakening. And that's how it works. And so, like, we supposed to be waking up as a people. But everywhere you look, there's mud in the waters. Everywhere you look, there's mud in the waters. And the rap game, mud in the waters. Got you stuck on materialism. Consciousness got you stuck on materialism. This is how Polite introduced materialism into consciousness. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Yeah, they get you hooked on materialism, and that muddies the waters. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at this Moorish thing, you look at all these Moorish scammers, you look at all this old weird stuff under Moorish, and if you're seeking any type of Moorish concepts, you're not going to get it on the internet. You're not going to get it on the internet. That's why I say, if anybody got any questions, man, hit me up. I got you. I ain't going to lie to you. And I'm not going to try to recruit you. But if outside of what I'm talking about, if you go on the internet, all you're going to get is some subjective, crazy nonsense or some soft, passive, churchy type Moorish science talk. That's what you're going to get. You either gonna get a super lie about Moorish, or you're gonna get this passive churchy type thing. Shout out to my Christians, but that's what you're gonna get. That's not what Moorish science is, though. Moorish science is a thinking thing. Moorish science is a take this and save yourself. Moorish science is let me think my way up out this. Moorish science is who am I? Who are my forefathers? Who are my foremothers? Were they fighters? Were they the wisest? Were they just peasants of society? Or were they the top notch of society? Did they expand the globe? What was their contribution? Now, what is your contribution? With that being said, family, I ain't working on 100% right now, but hopefully I gave y'all a good show. We're going to get an interview show tomorrow. What about the free land and homes? Man, ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. But on the next show, so coming soon, family, I want y'all to know she gonna be up there next. Nepal, she'll be up there coming soon. All right? She'll be coming soon. Somebody said, I did that paperwork. What you get from that paperwork when you did it? I apologize for anybody because I just showed this Nepal clip if I offended anybody. But yeah, we gotta let everybody know what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna have a rundown of Nepal, the countdown of Nepal, all the pics of Nepal. We're gonna have a countdown. Plus, we got new pics coming to the forefront. That's right. We got new pics coming to the forefront. All right. That's right. I'm gonna empty the bag out. With that being said, family, thank you for tuning in. Somebody said, "Oh, good, more rump shaking." Man, listen, hey, thank you, family. Thank you for tuning in. And again, family, I gotta empty my bag, so I can't let the Nepal stuff just go to the wayside. I gotta empty my bag. So many of y'all that's subscribed to the website, in the next few days, we're gonna be emptying the bag. We're gonna be emptying the bag and getting all my Nepal stuff out so I can move on in a better space to the new year. Because the Grand Sheik don't want to keep on showing the human anatomy that I'm finding on the internet. Okay, I don't want to be finding the human anatomy on all my videos. You know what I'm saying? But I want to sign that. You know, I have more pictures of Nepal than you. Do anybody know that I got the biggest collection of Nepal's picture that I've collected around the internet? Huh? JW say drop a sample. I just did drop a sample on the website. You ain't see it? Are you on the website, JW? I just dropped the sample. All right, let me see what else I got. He said drop a sample. Yeah. Sonetta, I have more pictures of Nepal than you. I do. Anybody, I do. I'm telling you. All the Hebrews sent me all of them. All the Hebrews, she sent me a few under a fake account. I know she did. I know she sent me a few under a fake account. Who is Nepal? Where she come from? Nepal probably is an agent for real though. Somebody say, who is Nepal? Where she come from? Yeah, the Hebrews. Nepal probably sent me a few. Yeah. Let me see what I got. Let me see. Let me see what I got here. All right, hold on. Hold up 1 second. Cause y'all crazy around, yeah. All right. JW said he on, but this was coming up for JW. Hold up, JW. This was coming up, JW. Hold up. That's not it. JW. Hold up, JW. Hold up, JW. JW say, So what you got coming up? Hold up. I think that's what's coming up, JW. That's what's coming up, JW. There you go. That's right. But we got to do clean house, though. We got to clean house. And that's what we doing. We cleaning house right now. So don't get mad. Don't get mad when I throw these people on the bus, because we got to clean house. We cleaning house. You know what I mean? We cleaning house. There we go. JW. We cleaning house, JW. Are you on the website, JW? Tell me when the press go, JW. We got to clean house. We got to let the people know who's who around here. All right? Got to let the people know who's who around here. All right? The park can't even dance, though. Let me stop, man. I'm just playing around. Then flip that bag upside down. Go. But anyway, thank you, family, for tuning in. See y'all tomorrow night. I'm going to try to get an interview tomorrow with one of them sisters. I'm going to get an interview show tomorrow. I might get Angel Snup, or we're going to have an interview here tomorrow night. We got to get an interview. We need an interview now. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey, front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey, front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Lord and you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Don't just speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about salute, family. I see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna have another dynamic show. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. We're gonna have another dynamic show tomorrow. Trust and believe. What up, JW? I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey, front line till the law.